Welcome to Christmas Eve Crazy for 2018. I've got the music going in the background, Mannheim Steamroller. I'm watching the road, and I'm going to take you along on the adventure. So here we go. I'll explain more at the first stop when I won't be distracted by my own driving. And if you want to start making some guesses as to where I'm going or where this is, take a guess. What street am I on? Right, before I go in though, I'm going to give a little bit of background as to where Christmas Eve Crazy got started. First of all, I don't like shopping, so I always put it off. Second, crew worked until noon on the 24th. Third, went to the Sherwood Oaks service, typically the late 4 o'clock, and sometimes even I think they used to have a 6 o'clock service, so we don't normally go to that. So I had this slot that I needed to do all my Christmas shopping. Now, Donna did all the big shopping. We knew what your kids wanted. Daniel, something with Legos, Maggie, American Girl dolls, and Caleb was anything related to sports. And she would do a great job, and continues to do a great job, of really knowing what people want and picking out the big presents. Me, on the other hand, I was kind of clueless. So I decided to make Christmas Eve my adventure. I loved going out, and I loved being able to tell people that I did not start my shopping until noon on the 24th. And when I went out, I didn't have anything in particular that I was looking for. I was just going to kind of let it go with the flow. Because there was no pressure, I just loved walking in and out of the stores with a smile on my face and seeing all the rest of the people that are all frazzled and hassled and everything else. And I just wanted to be relaxed and comfortable as possible. I then started to develop some themes. There was the one year that it was going to be all games. There was the one year I tried to do all my shopping at Sam's Club. One year I tried clothes. That was a big risk because I wasn't sure, but I think I ended up with some pretty good hits. There have been some dead ones, some ones that did not work real well. But overall, for the most part, it's been a lot of fun. Part of the tradition as well was I would get those presents on the 24th and obviously did not have any time to wrap them because we'd go straight from shopping to church. Then we'd have dinner, often had Pam and or the Nelsons over. And then, so I would not wrap the gifts until Christmas Eve night. And then our tradition always to bring them out at night and they'd be waiting there for you guys under the tree in the morning. So that's kind of the history. So in past years though, with people being dispersed, not everybody around, it's just changed and it became different with how to do it. I'd come up with some ideas, but this year what I've decided to do is to simply go back all the way to some of those simple routes. I do have a plan though, and that's what I'll explain in a minute after I come back out of the bank. Well, that makes for a funky picture. I am now out of the bank, and part of it went as I had anticipated, and then part of it didn't. And so, a little change of plans here. I will explain when I get to this next stop. Okay, so I'm in the parking lot at Sherwood Oaks. So I went to the bank, and what I pulled out was $400. 350s, and then $100 in 20. Now, like I said, this is Christmas Eve Crazy. And so what I'm going to do on this Christmas Eve Crazy day is I'm going to set aside 4 separate 50s that I'll explain later. All right. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these $20 bills and I'm going to head over to the mall. And here comes the wind. I was afraid of this. But I'm going to head over to the mall and I'm going to give away $100 to people at random. And then I'm going to give $50 to one of the Salvation Army canisters. I don't know which one. I'm going to walk around and investigate them all. And then the last 50 is going to come back here to Sherwood Oaks, and I'll put it in the offering tonight at Sherwood Oaks. So I didn't make it very far before I was impressed to stop. I was pulling out of the Sherwood Oaks parking lot, and there was a man standing on the corner. So I just stopped the van, pulled over, and said, "Hey, I'm doing something crazy, and I just want to give you $20. So started talking to him. He was waiting for somebody to pick him up because he was doing a part-time job, and I was going to go haul some wood this afternoon. And we had a nice little conversation, talked a bit about Christmas, but that was the first one. Now I'm headed to the mall. So we are armed and about ready here. So I've got 2 notes. One is a note that says, "Hello, if you found this, it's yours to keep." And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this note, put it in an envelope over here, along with the $20 bills at $120, and then I'm going to leave it somewhere in the mall and just see who finds it. And I'll be off in the distance, so I'm just going to watch. Note number 2 is it's a beautiful day. So what I'm going to do is I will walk around the mall and seek to find a car to put the note on. And it begins by saying, hello. Usually when there's a note on your car, it's because of advertising or bad news. This is not the case. I simply want you to have 20 bucks. So that's that note. Then the other 2 20s that I still have left, I'm just going to simply take those and go into the mall now and find somebody to give. So my game plan here is to start at Dick's and just kind of walk through the mall first and just get a kind of a scan for the lay of the land. So after about a 3/4, no, not even, probably about 3/8 of a walk through the mall, just kind of scouting out everything. My big question is, where are the Salvation Army bell ringers? I haven't seen any yet. So I'm doing a walk outside right now just to see if there's anybody an entrance here. And otherwise, not sure where they are. All right, so here's my next game plan. I'm going to just continue to walk to the other end down towards what I think is a food court. Been a while since I've been in here. And if I happen to see somebody with a Green Bay Packers hat or t-shirt on in the next 5 minutes, they'll get one of the 20s. So my video, I did not find anybody with Green Bay Packer, although there's a guy walking down there, kind of the right colors. I'll go chat with him maybe in a bit. But I did have a wonderful interruption of my walk because here's Noxie. She and Aaron were out while Sadie's over there waiting for somebody to come out of the Vision place. But what a delightful treat on sharing my Christmas Eve crazy afternoon. So anyway, I shall continue shortly, but grateful for this little wonderful interruption. All right, so the Green Bay Packer, the guy had the right colors on, and it was kind of funny because he was just getting up to leave after I'd seen Aaron, etc., etc. But I tracked him down, and they were touched that I gave it to him, so that was a lot of fun. So there was a bell ringer here a minute ago, now they're gone. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start my walk around the parking lot to see if there's a car that I feel led to put the money on. All right, so I found the car. It's that Chrysler 300M over there. So we're going to put the envelope on that car, and then we're going to stand around and watch for about 10 minutes, see if we see him come. So there it is. The car that I put the 20 on is right behind me in that aisle. I've been waiting about 10 minutes. No one's shown up yet, though. A couple of people have walked down. I thought there was some hope potential, but nope, not the right one. Anyway, so I won't find out who got that one. So I'm going to do my little leave the envelope on the bench type thing. So the envelope is right there. Yeah, there. Anyway, not sure if that showed up or not, but that's where the envelope is. So we're going to just leave it on the bench here and then walk away. So mission accomplished. The guy on the bench picked it up, and one of the things when I'd kind of said the next time I'd like to give a 20 away, I was hoping it would be to somebody that was an international, and my wish has been granted by the guy who randomly sat on the bench, picked up my note. So I'm over here at Arden Park wrapping up after what was just an incredibly fun couple of hours. It started with Vincent, and over by Sherwood Oaks, someone that was waiting to get picked up to go do an odd job on Christmas Eve afternoon because he just needed the money. So he really appreciated the 20. Then I did my little routine where I wanted to give somebody to wearing a Packer outfit, and that was fun, finding that guy. And then I put the envelope on the car to the Chrysler 300 and did not get to see the reaction. But then the one that I left on the bench was by far the most fun, was to see that guy pick that envelope up, kind of look at it, slowly open it, and then just kind of realize what it was. And then especially to see his family come running over at the tail end. That touched my heart. Last 20 that I gave away went to a dad and his son who were walking around dressed quite festively. And I went up to them and said, I'm doing something for Christmas Eve Crazy, and I just kind of wanted to pick the most festive person, and I've been watching you guys for a few minutes, and you're pretty festively dressed, so here's 20 bucks. The dad really got a kick out of it, and the son was kind of fun to watch too. And then probably one of the most touching as well was the last one where I went to give the 50 bucks to the Salvation Army. Asked her if there's anything I could pray for, and she told me that her two brothers, one had just lost his wife, 28 years old, and left 3 kids, and so he's all alone. And then her other brother, he now has the kids because his ex-wife is in jail. My last 50 I've yet to do is to go to Sherwood Oaks, getting ready to head over there now. So I'm here at Sherwood Oaks waiting for Donna and Mercury to come out. We had a good service here at Sherwood Oaks, part of our normal Christmas Eve tradition, and missed not having other family members here with us, but wore my fancy Christmas tie, or winter tie at least. But heading home to have dinner with the Nelsons, and then after that, you'll hear me one more time to complete this Christmas Eve crazy video. So here we are at the end of Christmas Eve Crazy. It was crazy. It was done on Christmas Eve. I had a lot of fun. It brought back a lot of memories of the old days when I used to just do my Christmas shopping right on Christmas Eve afternoon. So thanks for coming along on the ride with me. I had mentioned that I would tell you at the end, and so if you've made it to this point in the video, you now get to find out about the other 4 $50 bills. Each location, so Jordan, Delaware, Thornton Drive, Arden Drive, each location gets one of them. And it's up to you guys at that location to figure out what you want to do with the $50. And I really don't care. I can hold it here until you come to the house and I'll give it to you then. I can electronically send it to you. And if you want to go out for a big meal, if you want to put it in the bank, if you want to pay off a debt, I don't care what you want to do with it. But just have fun. Let it be crazy. Let it be serious. Pass it forward. Give it to somebody else. Or tell me to do something crazy with it. I don't really care. It's up to you to continue keeping Christmas Eve crazy going. Enjoy. Love you all very much.